Hi. I was bored, and I realized I was kind of just watching people do reviews on toys. That's basically all I do is sit at my house, stare off into space, drink a few beers, and watch people open toys and talk about toys or watch old cartoons. I live a super exciting life. Okay, I done one on the GI Joe guys that I've never that I haven't done a review on. I didn't start doing these toy reviews until I got the COBRA Hiss is when I kind of started doing them. And then, well, first I started doing them just kind of for my family. I was just doing videos and then just, text messaging them or whatever to them. And then they're all like, hey, won't you do YouTube videos? And I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then I started doing it. So, okay. So these are the Cobras. Like I said, these are the ones, like I said, I'll say once again, they're always on the cartoon. They're always, but these are the ones I think were like the only that I call are like actual characters on the cartoons. Like everybody else was I was like an army guy. What in the world? I got a dog here all over my hat. I can see it. Sorry, I've got an Australian Shepherd. Sheds like crazy. But anyway, these are the ones that were like always on the cartoon and, always, fighting G.I. Joe or double crossing Cobra Commander or whatever they were doing, So first of all, I'm going to show, I'll do this since it's right here. I didn't do a review on this. When I got this here, Cobra Ferret, I didn't get the driver with it. I think it had a woman trooper with it. I didn't get it. Or I didn't get her. I just bought this, and it came a little cheaper. So I'm gonna set that over here so it's out of the way. And then we'll go with the one that was probably right behind Cobra Commander all the time, Destro. Like I said, to look at this figure and look at the one that they originally, the little 3 3/4 minutes. That's so cool, man. I love it. Destro was always, he had the Mars industry, we made all the weapons and everything, and he was always my dear Cobra Commander. My best impression of him I could do. I'm going to knock everything over. But anyway, he, like I said, he was always on there. He was always, getting mad because Cobra Commander, every time he'd come up with a good plan or do something good, he'd screw it up, And then you got him, you got to have this babe. Oh yeah, she's a honey right there. And then he got the Baroness, which is, like I said, always kind of on the cartoon was kind of, I guess, his girlfriend. I guess I don't know. They were always, don't you bow wow, chica bow. They never got that racy or whatever. But like I said, she was always on the cartoon there with him, always, screaming Cobra and had, I think it was a Russian accent. I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't say, well, how do you not know when you're, dude, my mind, I can only hold so much information. Half of it's useless. Then you always had this cat, man. He was always, fighting Storm Shadow. I had to have it. Like I said, when I was a kid, like I said, I'm like everybody else, always like the Snake Eyes and the Storm Shadows. As they had the mask and they were a ninja and karate fighting and everything. It was cool. Like I said on my last one, I never really had a favorite, but I had ones I wanted, I always wanted them. Then we'll go Major Blood here, because like I said, he was always had that kind of an accent. I don't know what his accent was again. He's pretty cool looking too. Like I said, he was always on a cartoon, always, trying to, break G.I. Joe down and always winning. It seemed like he was always in a trouble bubble or one of the Cobra Fang. Actually, I have a Cobra Fang, the original. The one I do have his 3 3/4 inch figure. It's pretty cool. I probably should have brought it, but yeah. I think I did show that actually, so we don't need him. We'll go these guys. I never did understand these ones. And I have noticed all of my figures since I've had them. All of them are really loose in the waist, man. A lot of them. Then you always had the Zaymont and Tomont, the twins. Of course, they always had to tell you every single episode that they feel each other's pain. And I was like, okay, I know they feel each other's pain. They're not going to stand to them. I've had them on the ferret, so I honestly don't know which one's which. One's Zaymont, one's Tomont. They look exactly alike. But for some reason, these ones are here, and I don't understand it. My nephew had them. The actual 3 or 4. What I don't understand with them, you can get them pretty cheap. Like, I figured, to me, that'd be, I had to have those. That was like one of the first ones I got. My G.I. Joes, I got, Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes, like the first 2. And then I got, like I said, I had to get him. And I kept wanting the Cobra Commander, but they didn't. He was with his tank that was ridiculous price. I kept saying, I ain't spending that. And well, of course, if you watch my video, my stupid ass did spend that. But it is awesome. I love that his tank. That thing is I love that thing. That thing is so cool. I love it. And like I said, he was always on the cartoon too. He always drove that, like it was a water moccasin. This is Copperhead. And he was kind of always, I think he was always with Zartan and the Dreadnoks a lot too. So there he is. Like I said, he looks cool. There's another version of him too. I think he's, what is he? Heck on it. Oh, I cannot think of what I want to say. Python Patrol Copperhead, I think. That's the one that was in the. Always had that. I just said his name. I can't think of it. He always had that boat. He's always on the boat. Water Moccasin, I think I said. I can't remember. They always had Firefly. I always liked him too. He was one I always had to have. I kind of remember him always off the cartoon. He was like the one that was just kind of running. He was like a sabotage or saboteur or whatever you want to call it. He's really loose too, man. All of them, he still feels like he's pretty, man, a lot of them are really loose. And for some reason, all my figures too, they want to lean back. I don't know if their ankles are weak. Ooh. Well, their ankles are weak on them or something. I don't know. Like I said, and then we had, oh, you know what? I can't remember this stinking guy's name now. That was real nice. I keep wanting to say it's not triple, or is it tripwire? Daggone. He was always on the cartoon. He was always, but he came with this, whatever the heck this, like I said, I should have looked up. These are the last ones. I cannot remember. I want to say his name was Tripwire. But I'm thinking that was that other. Like I said, he was always on a cartoon too, always doing diabolical things. I'm going to have to look it up now because it's going to drive me crazy, but I'm pretty sure. But like I said, I still don't understand the twins. If you collect these, the twins are like, you can get them for like $8 or $9, like a piece or something like that. And then they didn't come together, which kind of made sense that they came together. And then I think the Baroness too, I think she's got a lot of times where she's not really a whole bunch. You can find her for $5 or $6 or something. And then, like I said, which I don't know, them were the main ones that was always on it, man. You know, you had to have these guys. I mean, if you were going to collect Cobra, you have to have these, you know. And like I said, Cobra Commander and the Dreadnoks, because they were always, you know, but this was always seemed like the little group that was always kind of doing stuff, plus the Dreadnoks and Zartan and Cobra Commander. Then later on, you know, you had Serpentor, which I've done a review on him too. I have him too. Yeah, like I said, man, it's awesome. I love, like I said, these, like I said, when I first started, I wanted to go vintage, which I do have a few vintage ones, but man, these just look, I mean, these are so much cooler looking than them goofy, the little bitty ones when I was a kid, like Dester. If you had Dester when you was a kid, which, like I said, I didn't have him, but I've seen it. The little figure's horrible. It just looks, it doesn't look cool. But like I said, I remember having these as a kid, and they were always neat. I mean, they look, but man, the detail and everything on them now since they're newer, oh, it's so much cooler, man. I mean, these are awesome. I love it. I mean, it just brings you back to it. Like I said, every time I wanted to collect toys. It just reminds me of a simpler time, just being a kid, man, and just there was nothing more important but eating a bowl of cereal when you get home from school and watching cartoons and wanting to play with your toys outside, or in your room, or go to your friend's house, or. But I don't. I had he was had a friend when I was a kid, man. He had He-Man. Oh man, I think he had every freaking He-Man toy there was. And I used to love. It wasn't very often I got to go to his house because he was kind of my nephew's. What should be my sister? It was her friends, but when we used to go to their house, and he had everything. And like I said, I come from a family. I have a really big family, so yeah, I've been Uncle Steve since I've been 2 years old. I have a nephew that's 2 years younger than I am, and then my nephew Dustin, that I'm always saying had a lot of these figures. He's like I think 5 years younger than me, so. But me and him kind of always ran together for a year. We're like I said, me and him are still, we send stuff back and forth. We don't hang like we used to because he works nonstop constantly. But like I said, man, there's a lot of years me and him hung out and played with toys and everything. But like I said, I'm gonna cut this here. I just wanted to do a little video. I was kind of sitting around the house being bored. Man, I didn't do one with my Cobras. I think I've pretty much went over everything I have. I think. But pretty sure I've went over everything I have now. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let's get another slurp. Peace out. Have a good day.